Okay, I'm back. After like a week of a lot of music, you can look on the Portable Infinite some of the bands that we saw this past week. A lot of Britpop bands, a lot of British bands, and maybe we'll see Air tonight. Okay, so Sylvia Plath, she was born in '32, so she's a little bit later than the Beats, maybe little bit same ages, like born around the same time as my parents and Floyd Salas and some later Harry Matthews and some younger people. I think Ashbury is born in the 20s. That's right. So she's not quite. She's a little bit. She's about a decade younger than most of the Beats. Um, she's a poet, novelist, short story writer. She's a confessional poet. She's known for the Colossus, Ariel, and Bell Jar. And we have my the band I started with, Greg Yalch, is called the Bell Jar. That's what it named after. It was his idea. And then I had a girlfriend that was really into Sylvia Plath, so I ended up we had a record. We would listen to a record and of Sylvia Plath reading the poetry. So I'm gonna influenced by that. So I'm gonna read part of one of these poems that Sylvia Plath read on her the record. I actually own the record over here. I think I showed it in one of my videos. So leaving early, lady, your room is lousy with flowers. When you kick me out, that's what I'll remember. Me sitting here bored as a leopard in your jungle of wine bottle lamps, velvet pillows, the color of blood pudding, and the white china flying fish from Italy. I forget you, hearing the cut flowers sipping their liquids with assorted pots, pitchers, and coronation goblets like Monday drunkards. The milky berry bow down, a local constellation, toward their admirers in the tabletop, mobs of eyeballs looking up. Are those petals of leaves you parted with them, those green striped ovals of silver tissue? The red geraniums I know. Friends, friends, they stink of armpits and the involved maladies of autumn, musky as a love bed the morning after. My nostrils prickle with nostalgia. I think she uses the word nostalgia a couple times in this thing, but you get the idea here. I mean, I guess a lot of the language kind of influenced me. Some of the words, a lot of poems about flowers. I used to do that all the time. And so let's read another one. I'll read the whole thing this time. The moon and the yew tree. This is the light of the mine, cold and planetary. The trees of the mine are black, the light is blue, the grasses unload their griefs at my feet as if I were God, prickling my ankles and murmuring of their humility. Uh, funny, is it funny? Funny, spurious mist inhabit this place, separated from my house by a row of headstones. I simply cannot see where there is to get to. The moon is no door. It is a face in its own right, white as a knuckle and terribly upset. It drags the sea after it like a dark crime. It is quiet with the gape of complete despair. I live here twice on Sunday. The bells startle the sky. 8 great tongues affirming the resurrection. At the end, they soberly bong out their names. The yew tree points up. It has a Gothic shape. The eyes lift after it and find the moon. The moon is my mother. She is not sweet like Mary. Her blue garments unloose small bats and owls. How I would like to believe in tenderness. The face of the effigy, gentled by candles, bending on me in particular, its mild eyes. I have fallen a long way. Clouds are flowering blue and mystical over the face of the stars. Inside the church, the saints will be all blue, floating on their delicate feet over cold pews, their hands and faces stiff with holiness. The moon sees nothing of this. She is bold and wild, and the message of the yew tree is blackness. Blackness and silence. Blackness and silence. Okay, that's the end. Okay, so there's two. So that's a good one. That's a pretty good poem. And so, yeah, again, like some of the poetry and some of the subject, is really appealing. I don't see this as being that confessional at all. And let's do one more. Mad Girl's Love Song. So I do have a poem in my book that's sort of the Black Sheep Girl. That's a little bit like this. I shut my eyes and the world drops dead. I lift my lids and all is born again. I think I made you up inside my head. The stars go waltzing out in blue and red, and an arbitrary blackness gallops in. I shut my eyes and the world drops dead. I dream that you bewitched me into bed and sung me moonstruck, kissed me quite insane. I think I made you up in my head. God topples from the sky, hell's fire fade, exit seraphim and Satan's men. I shut my eyes and all the world drops dead. I fancied you'd return the way you said, but I grow old and forget your name. I think I made you up in my head. I should have loved a thunderbird instead. At least when spring comes, they roar back again. I shut my eyes and all the world drops dead. I think I made you up in my head. So yeah, so yeah, that's a kind of strange poem. So maybe people that read Sylvia Plath know it, maybe not. Yeah, like kind of, it's not really a rhyme, but uh, it repeats those lines. I think I made you up in my head, and I shut my eyes, and the world dropped dead. Kind of, is that a certain style? But she's pretty good. I mean, she was really popular. I mean, she died in '63, like right around about a year before I was born. So, and there's been like movies and things about her and stuff. So let's end it there. And thank you for listening. And go read Sylvia Plath and read Ariel poems. Okay, thank you. Good night.